This is the part you don't get to see. So we're about to get our feet wet. Glad I got my good socks on. And excuse me if I'm huffing and puffing like a pig. Man, it'd be so nice to cook under this little Jonah shelter, huh? But we ain't. Oh man, the water has dropped a good bit. We'll come back to the last cooking site we had right there. All right, so let's get set up. Gonna get set up real quick, and then I'm gonna show you everything. We need this. We need this. You know we need that crystal. All right, so let's get the stove set up with our trusty skillet. So it looks like the wind is blowing. And that's the fun thing about using, and this is the only, this is the only canister I have. So we can't make no mistakes. Let's see, this might be a fail. This might be a fail. I meant to grab another canister, but I didn't. So, c'est la vie. That's it, la vie. This is very important. But we need this. Manteca. Y'all know what manteca is? Some of y'all know what it is. So, this is a bummer, man. We're gonna make the best of it, though. All right, so now that that's going, I'll show you the lineup. Got a little queso. And for the beverage, Topo Chico with lime, one arm, and we got a grape Fanta. All right, so we'll put that. We have some tortillas, blanco tortillas, and we have some catfish, okay? Man, let's do it, baby. Woo, we don't want that. We don't want that. I gotta find some rocks while this melts. All right. So if you haven't guessed it by now, we are doing a fish fry. We're gonna make some fish tacos. But I need to find some rocks that I could use to level that cooking surface. Let me come over to this little rock wall that's over yonder. Because all of these rocks that are here are just asphalt from when they milled up other roads. They just threw it all out here to build this land up. Now, let's see if we can not sink in the mire. But I need a certain rock like this here. Something like that. All right, coming back for you. Ooh, that little one would be perfect. I don't want to stick my hands in places they don't belong. And then some of these rock formations, I might just try with those too until I can really find the perfect rocks. This one looks nice. And it was kind of calling me. Mighty Mississippi. Sun is going to be setting soon. Got a rock over here through. Oh yeah, that is melting really nice. Really nice. Melting really nice. So let's see if I could do this the right way without getting 17th. Ooh, that sucker is hot, boy. So I'm gonna just hit this rock. Man, what is Siri talking about? I don't know, but that's good enough. All right, I'm gonna try to. Well, this thing is cooking. Let me see. I'm gonna just have to be gentle, that's it. All right, for seasoning, for saison, we have this stuff here, tahini, habanero. And you know we got my signature pepper blend. My signature pepper blend. Red, black, white, and sea salt. All right, so let's I'll tell you what we're gonna do now. We're gonna have our seasoning racks. Put our seasoning up there, just like at the kitchen or the comp. Oh yeah, hands are dirty, so you know what that means? Fish are gonna be dirty. First thing we're gonna do for these fish tacos, I wish I would have had yellow tortillas because I don't really care for the white ones as much. But when that's all you have, that's all you have. I think I'm gonna do 3 of them. And these are banged up. I can't do nothing about that. But if you don't like them banged up, I get it. I don't either. Holy moly. I think we're ready to fry some fish. All right. Let's give them an old flipperoo. All right. Pull these babies out. We don't want them crispy. We just didn't want them raw either. Pull these babies out. Now, if you're one of them people that take yourself serious, like I do with everything, come cook in nature. It'll humble you real quick. Sit that right there. You hear that grease talking? All right now. So this is the easiest way to fry fish. You get your little tub, you put your chunks in there, like that. You get a lid on there. Big shout out to Louisiana Fish Fry. Give it a shake. Like that. Okay. Now I'm gonna batter the fish by putting my hands and smashing it all into the batter. This is not how you fry fish, but when you're in the bush, this is how we do it, baby. And I'm gonna tell you what, The reason I use lard is because lard is all natural. It's all natural. And we frying fish just that easy. Out here on the mighty Mississippi. That's right, you see it. This is not a mirage. We are out here frying fish on the mighty Mississippi. We're making fish tacos. Got the Cristal hot sauce, the tahini, my pepper blend, salt, black, red pepper, white pepper. We got some fish that I caught out here on the river. And we're right here on the river. It don't get no better than this. All right. Now let me show you this right quick, because I'm about to stunt. Topo Chico. And what's Topo Chico? Come on, baby. What's Topo Chico without limon or lime? There we go. That's how we rolling. Stay tuned for more. Full video gonna be on my YouTube. We got the Jonah cabin right here. You know what I'm talking about? Mighty Mississippi. We got a petroleum vessel. The Twins, the Skyline. It don't get no better than this, man. Got people walking, exercising, you know what I'm saying, doing their thing, and we out here frying fish. I hope they don't smell all that. Now I'm just proof editing this video because that's kind of important. If you like pina coladas, getting caught in the rain. I'm gonna have to get some pot mitts for this pot right here. Tortillas. Man, it don't get no better than this, man. Don't get no better than this. All right, let me shut this video down. That's how we roll, baby. Now I'm going to try to cook this fish extra crispy because that's how I like it. I don't really care for it juicy and all of that good stuff. I forgot to get the dish soap. So slice up this shell. Should have rolled it, but I didn't. Roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it. Put our lame right there. Some more lame right there. Right. All right, I'm feeling kind of good. Feeling kind of good. I got a little nervous when I realized I had to, you know, melt all of that lard. Let's see what's going on right here. Tell you what, boy. This is excellent. So excellent. All right, we're gonna call that done. All right, now how do I drain this grease? I mean, how do I drain this fish? Let me show you right quick. Let me show you right quick. So you get some of these tortillas like that. We're only gonna sacrifice 2 of them. And you pull your fish out like that. And these flies coming around here, man, they better get lost, man. I'm gonna have to get that little fly shotgun to blast them suckers, man, when I'm cooking. And that's how you drain your fish. These suckers are trying to get in this hot grease. All right. Let's go in for a bite. You might be saying, I ain't put the tahini on it. And you wouldn't be wrong. You would not be wrong. Little tahini, like that. Get back, fly. And then you got to go for the crystal. These flies are relentless, man. Something like that. Let's go in for a bite. Like Stacy said. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I would not starve. I would not starve. I will not starve. And if you hang with me, I'm not gonna let you starve. All right? Promise you that. I forgot the cheese. Ooh, I forgot the cheese, man. How did I forget the cheese? I'll tell you how. And I was going to do the topo choco on the I don't know, with a piece of lean. Man, what did I learn? When I cook out here, I need to have a production crew. I need a production crew. I need a production crew. So what I learned was, if I'm trying to keep my hands clean, I should wear gloves. I also want to know, and I don't know if I'm gonna stay out here that long, but one thing that's interesting to me about lard, when you use lard at home, lard always is solid. The minute you heat it up, it becomes a liquid, but then it goes right back to solid. It goes right back to solid. And I think that's very interesting. No other oil I've ever used does that. So maybe you know why it does that. And if you know, let us know. If you know, let us know. I'm trying to let all this cool down before I put it back in my bin. So I'm gonna let that sit right down. I need to clean my hands. So watch this. Show you how a country boy clean his hands in the bush. See this good stuff right here? You just want the sand. You just want the sand. And you know, you ever heard of that stuff, Gojo? Not Cujo, Gojo. Well, all Gojo is whatever it is. But when you don't have Gojo, you can make it. You just find some sand or mud. Now I'm gonna walk all the way to that big log. Hopefully I don't meet no moccasins. Homeboy broke his line up, huh? I don't remember that being out here the last time. Oh, I might not even, this river done dropped a few feet. because all of this was underwater. And remember in the last cooking video, I was on this log right here. They had water up to this log right here. On the last cooking video I did. So I don't know if, you know, I don't know. But this is really slimy and slippery to walk on. See these rocks? I wouldn't recommend it. It is very dangerous to walk on these. And it's very easy to get cut or slip and fall. So let's see. That's how you wash your hands when you're in the wild. Now you gotta watch for that gator. They got a 16-foot out here. Ooh wee! Watch that 16-footer. Oh yeah, like that, baby. I don't have nothing to wash my hands with. I didn't bring no dish soap. My plan was to get a little bottle, but I'm gonna put together a little cooking kit, because at the end of every cooking video, when I'm at home cleaning, I always wipe down my stove, clean the pots, all that stuff, you know. But this was a good video. Let me just show you this, all right? I didn't see this till just now, but you see how this rod is broken right here? I'll tell you what happened. He's stuck on the bottom on these rocks. He's stuck on them rocks. And what he was doing with his pole was he was pulling it like this, trying to get it loose, and it cracked. It cracked. So never pull your rod when you're stuck. You'll just crack your pole. Never pull your rod. Always just grab the reel and pull the line straight back. Hold the reel where it spins, the reel, the spool. Just hold the spool and pull back and it'll come loose. All right, so, all right, this was a really good video. I don't want to use my good knife, but I will need a rock. I hope this chopstick don't break. Let's see. Do this right here. And that's how you open up. Clean my hands. I know, don't look, I know. Oh man. That Topo Chico is good. Now let me sanitize my hands. It's a little tip I learned from being in the bush. Always keep a few of these on you. And if you ever watched the movie, and in some countries, this is how they do it. They'll give you a bowl of lemon and water, or lime and water. There are a lot of people up here. And you just take a piece of that, and this is how you clean your hands. So you take that lime like that, just rub that in. Like that. That's how you clean your hands. Wave bye to the sun from my boy Doug. And then you take that other piece of lime. I like the way Topo Chico tastes without lime, but hey, lime make everything better. That's why Coke put it in Coca-Cola. I'm such a pig. This was fun. Simple tools, sort of. Oh man. All right, let's see what I'm gonna do. All right, let me see how my goal is to keep this as clean as I can. Now I did put oil in that skillet, so I'm gonna dump that oil out. Yeah, I'm gonna dump that all out and put some dirt in that skillet. Or just carry the skillet by itself. This little stove is perfect. That container in there. Put this container in there. Or I'm gonna put this container in there too, because I'm gonna throw this fish fry away. And the reason I'm not throwing it out right here is because when I come back, I don't want any company that I've attracted to the spot. So screw that on like that. Put that in there. Actually, I could have put that in a bag too, but I'm gonna clean all of that out. All right, so let me go find a good spot to dump this oleo. Tell you what, I'm gonna dump it right there. That way when the wave comes, it'll take it all the way. And if you worry about that little bit of oil in the river, I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't have to worry about it. Not one bit. Just like that. And I'll have those rocks there when I come back. Whew, I think that's everything. Phone, bag, all that, yeah. Take some of that hay. There ain't much hay. Yeah. What's up, man? Should have grabbed some of that hay. Y'all missed it. Fish tacos, they all gone. Yeah, I got a little stove, you know. Yeah, pretty fun. I did steak the other day, so maybe lamb next time.
Okay. Because I make a really good salsa.
Okay, we'll have to hook up.
Yeah, I mean, do you do it like a specific?
No, I was just clowning around, you know, just periodically just to get out the house, you know.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
I'll see you around though. Take care, boo. Okay. Now I'll do this. I'm gonna just sit this right here. So I think we're good. Hands are pretty much clean. I'm gonna use some of this beautiful product right here. Always in the door. Whew. Man, I feel so clean. All right, let me see if I got some paper napkins in a glove box. Sous Chef loves to take all my paper napkins to wipe up coffee that she spills, because she's drinking coffee in a non-respectable way. She'll drink coffee in a coffee mug and be like, you know? Well, I mean, if you don't hit the bump, Dad, it ain't gonna spill. If you don't smash the accelerator, Dad, it won't spill. Yeah, touche, touche, touche. All right. I'm still tripped out, man, because the lady said, I don't know if y'all heard her, you know, like I was just, you know, we do that in New Orleans, you know, we talk to everybody type thing. And she was like, when you doing it again? And I heard her say that, but it's like, come on, baby, you know, we'll hook up another time, you know? She said, well, I make a really good salsa. Like, I know you do, you know? I know you make a great salsa. But the whole purpose of being in the wild was to not have all of those conveniences of home. I mean, this is bare bones, basic stuff. And she waved at me, you know, so it was like, hey, what's up with it? She said I make a really good salsa. Ooh, man, now what am I doing now? What am I doing right now? All right, let's see, we're gonna go and man, my hands smell just like lime. So good. All right, let's see. I don't need to do anything. I want to go to the super Walmart. Even though I was there last night and the night before. But I want to figure something out. Cause like when I do the cooking video, when I do the cooking video, I need to have everything a little bit more organized for what I'm doing. Pardon me. So I want to have like a dish washing receptacle. I want to have a pouch with like dish soap, a sponge, a bamboo brush. But I also need to get that little hand pump, potato pump from the Home Depot. And that way I could clean out there, because I could fill that up with water and just bring the dish soap and a sponge. Just to keep all that clean while I'm there. And then everything I transport will be clean. Already picked up. Maybe needs to air dry. That lime did a really fantastic job. Man, it smells wonderful. I miss that smell. That was fun. I should have had cilantro, creme fraiche, or sour cream, cheese. I forgot to put the cheese. It's really hard to film and do everything. I should have had my GoPro on my head instead of on my chest. Because I guarantee you, I didn't have it in frame with across the river in the sun setting. Because I have it on my body, not on a mount or a tripod. But that was fun. I could have brought like a little grate to drain the fish on so they wouldn't be on that tortilla. But the tortilla works. I wanted to bring a cardboard box, but I didn't. Sometimes wanting to bring stuff will just stop you from doing it. So what did I learn? I learned that I want to have dish soap on my person when I cook outside. And if I'm really worried about like a sponge and the sanitation of that, just bring some brown paper towels, you know, and just that way I could just discard them. They're biodegradable, etc. You know, but that was fun. That was a really fun video. I enjoyed it. All right, let me play back on my cellular the video so I can listen to the video from your perspective. So now the truck is pot mitts for this pot right here. Yeah, I do have to get pot mitts too. Man, this is going to be a great video. All right, let me see. Let me start it back over from the top. If you like pina coladas. Yeah. Walks in the sand. Oh, caught in the rain. Some pot mitts for this pot right here. Man, it don't get no better than this, man. Don't get no better than this. Shut this video down. Shucks. That's how we roll, baby. You don't see enough of the skyline with the sun, man. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. I really messed that up. I'm really pleased with my cooking setup. That skillet was amazing for what I was doing, and I'm so glad that I got it the way I did. It was free. I need to get a lid for that skillet, a glass see-through lid. Well, glass is see-through. I need to get a see-through lid for it just so I can trap in the heat and maximize my temperature. Also, one day I need to measure it. I need to just measure it. She said, I make some really good salsa. Baby, how about I just come over to the house and we do it that way? You know, I'll put on my chef's coat, break out my good knives, you know, and hook you up. Fish tacos, you know. I'll call my boy up. He has some red snapper in the cooler. You know, we'll fix it up real nice. I'll give you a Reese's peanut butter cup for dessert. How about that? Cash me outside. How about that? She was like, I make a really good salsa. I bet you do, baby. You know, I just told you I got the best fish tacos on the river. I'm not about to argue with you about how good your salsa is. I got to give my brother the fish too. I caught that fish a few days ago, and so what I do, and I've seen it, I've said it before, I cut all the bloodline out of that catfish. I put it in a stainless bowl in a cooler, and I just change the water every day, every 2 days, every 3 days, and that fish gets white like snow. White like snow. It looks like cod or trout. You can't tell it. You can't tell a difference. All right, let's see. What did I come in here for? I'm just coming to look at something. Oh my goodness, why am I even here? Why am I even here?